Greetings, my fellow members of the dark side. Right? I mean, no, I'm regular Ben, but Darth Ben here again. And yep, you know what time it is, folks. I did promise it a few days ago, and guess what? It's another movie review, and this time, we're taking a look at one film I was looking forward to ever since 2022. And you know by the title what it is, so much so I'll pronounce it for you. The film I'm talking about is Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, Part 1. Now, before I begin the review, I want to clarify a few things. Well, they're not major or anything, but they're just minor things. I mean, okay. Alright, first off, the title. I know that many films have gone for the Part 1 aspect. Hell, Harry Potter did it a few years ago, but I don't mind Mission Impossible going for this approach. And who knows what, well, I mean, who knows what's going to happen, well, later on. And second, although it's a joke, but even if I'm alright with Tom Cruise in a few movies, at least it's not going to be like this schmuck's, well, thoughts on him.
Rain Man, A Few Good Men, confirm, is the latest stinker from Tom Cruise. He doesn't act anymore. He's on cruise control. I just made that up.
So yeah, even if it was from the critic, but yeah, even if that was from the critic, but either way, let's get into the review. Now, although Ethan is, well, still alive and kicking after Mission Impossible Fallout, yeah, he's on, well, although he's on another mission again, with his old friends, you know, Simon Pegg, Ving Rhames, and that other chick from Rogue Nation, I really think he's doing pretty good in this movie. So much so, I think he's making a lot of money with every installment. Yeah. I mean, for a guy that's, I don't know, his 50s or 60s, he's really doing well. Yeah. And Simon Pegg did a great performance alongside Ving Rhames, and that other one I yet to mention, but yeah, that's alright. Then we're going to talk about some of the new players in the movies. Well, mainly two. First off, we have Grace. She's played by Hayley Atwell. You know, Agent Carter. Yeah. And keep in mind, folks, she's a thief. Yes, a very cunning thief. And even if she's, well, pretty good in this movie, I think she's better than any I think she's better than any Bond girl in previous James Bond installments, but yeah, she was pretty good. And then we have one of the antagonists of the movie, and that was Paris. She's played by Paul Clementieff. And to be honest, it's been a while since I've seen Paul Clementieff in a film that's not related to Guardians of the Galaxy. Well, even if it's my first time with her in this Mission Impossible movie. Now, even if she's a French assassin, I still think it's a good performance from her. Even if she had to speak French during this movie. So, even if it's a Mission Impossible movie, this marks the return of Henry Cazzurni. Yep, he reprises his role as Eugene Kittredge, and to be honest, this is the first time I've seen him in a Mission Impossible movie, because he goes all the way back to the very first Mission Impossible. Yep, he appeared in Mission Impossible 1 that was released in 1996. And yeah, I was born that year. But either way, I think Henry Cavill did a good performance in this movie. Yeah. And then we're going to talk about the main bad guy of this movie. Well, I don't know how to pronounce the actor's name, but I gotta say, Gabriel is a pretty good villain for, well, a James Bond villain. I mean, I think he's better than Henry Cavill from the last one. Well, Henry Cavill did Henry Cavill did a great performance in the last movie. I can give him that. Yeah. But yeah, Gabriel, he was a pretty good villain. So much so, I think he's more intimidating than, well, the previous villain played by Henry Cavill. Yeah. So much so, I think my favorite line from Gabriel was the fact that he screamed out Ethan's name like how William Shatner screams out Khan's name in Star Trek 2. So yeah, that's pretty interesting for him. And although I've yet to talk about some of the plot details, I can say one thing about Mission Impossible, well, this installment mainly. They're fighting over a key. Yeah, apparently they're fighting over a key. Yeah, and to be honest, that's the plot device for this movie. And what is the key for? Well, to be honest, mainly the goal of this movie is to stop this advanced AI from, I don't know, controlling everything. But who knows what it will do in the next part, which is coming, but either way, it's going to be one heck of a battle next year. So, overall, is Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 a good Mission Impossible movie? My answer, absolutely. This is one of the best Mission Impossible movies in existence. I mean, sure, I may have seen Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, and Fallout. This is definitely among the great Mission Impossible movies. If you haven't seen this movie, go watch it. But I must warn you, it's a bit long. It's not a bad thing, it's just that the movie is at the 160 minute runtime. But either way, it's still good. So yeah, so that's what I think of Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. And even if the actor's strike is going on at the moment, I hope Part 2 will be finished by the time the strike is done. Either way, I'm Darth Ben. See you in the next video, my fellow members of the Dark Side.